Everyone.
Good morning.
Morning.
Hello.
Hello.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Depending on where you're joining us from, we hope your weekend is up to a good start. So we are all here again today and hoping that our discussion today will, leave you with one or two things to think about and inspire or motivate you. So with me, once again, are these lovely ladies, Leela, Elizabeth, and Muramoke. All right. So without much ado, we're going to continue from where we stopped our conversation the last time we were here. And we were talking about, the myth of I'll do it when life calms down. And like we discussed the last time, indeed it is a myth because life rarely calms down to the point where everything is at a standstill and allows you to do other things. We just have to, with the way life goes, would have to go a day at a time and plan all our, you know, everything we have in mind. We'll have to plan it into each day as we go. So my ladies here are going to be, helping us break down, this this topic of why I'll do it when life calms down is really a myth. So Lilia, let me just ask you quickly. You know, um, we know that saying, the definition of calm or the word calm is usually not a result. It's usually sorry, it's not a prerequisite to doing anything. It's usually the result of following through something that you have decided to do. Can you mention one or two things along those lines?
Good morning, everyone. Happy Valentine's Day to every one of you. I hope you have a wonderful day. So, yes, I'll do it later. The myth of I'll do it later is the biggest lie that we can tell ourselves. That is life, because life never calms down. And we all know that always we get by surprises in life, and we always face challenges. It's never easy, and the perfect moment never comes in. So we all have to start, because we all have bills to pay. Bills don't pause, responsibility don't wait, and if anything, it gets even busier. And while you're waiting for the perfect moment, years passes and nothing changes. So the truth is, starting this business isn't about adding more pressure into your life. It's about creating a way out of it. It's about building something that gives you choices, flexibility, and control over your time. So, yes, that perfect time, we always have unexpected uh, stuff in our life. Work comes in. Um, you, anything can happen to a member of your family, to friends, or anything at your job. And like losing your job overnight, even you can just uh, like can do the job after being under pressure and just losing it. And you always have to have that backup plan.
Plan,
So
yeah.
remember, yes, the backup plan.
Yeah.
Remember, the life never comes down.
Mhm.
Challenges always comes one after the other. Have that backup plan. It's very important. Listen
Yeah.
to me, who went through redundancy, who went through very hard time in my country, who went through a difficult job, um, working long hours and saying no to it. But because I have this backup plan, I always have something that I know I have a backup plan, so I can um, allow myself to leave that job, to focus on my job, focus on my business, and do the business. That calm moment never comes. I don't know how I can um, emphasize enough. Thank you.
Thank you, Nila. Oh, thank you, thank you. No, you have mentioned quite a few salient points, which I believe our viewers would, take on board. Liz, what can you add to that, please?
For me, I would say, I know a lot of people say, let me just sort a few things out first. But my question to the viewers is, sort what? What are you actually sorting? Is it life? Because you can't really sort life out.
Yeah, true.
Right? Because peace doesn't come before progress. It comes because of progress. And you can never finish sorting life out. As long as we are living and breathing, there's always something happening. Right? But then, your peace comes because you've made progress in life. When I started building online, I wasn't calm. I was just tired. I was working full-time, and I'm still working full-time in logistics. I have 2 boys. I have responsibilities back home. But taking action gave me that clarity. And making small progress reduces this, my anxiety more than waiting ever did for me. Right? So clarity comes from the action that you take, not from waiting. And for, people that have family back home, you have children, you have responsibility, you need to just take action. Otherwise, you're actually preparing for anxiety and more worry. Thank you.
Thank you, Liz. Thank you, Liz. Thank you, Liz. So we're over to you, Moromake, to give us your take on this.
Yeah. Thank you so much, ladies. I so much appreciate this, the direction this discussion is going this morning, because, when you mentioned that statement, you said calm is usually a result and not a requisite. It's not supposed to be the first thing on our list, right? It's not supposed to be the determinants of whether we will embrace an opportunity that we have seen evidences, that we have seen testimonies about. And at that point, I think what people should need to do is just to do their due diligence. And I would like to use myself as an example. When I started my business, my digital business, a lot of hard truths hit me when I was still very new in this country. And it's not that I don't have options, but the options that I have to put it side by side with starting this business. So I have the options of getting another job, having 2 or 3 jobs together. I have the options of, okay, just use the opportunity of picking extra shifts here and there in order to complement my monthly salary. But when I consider this option of starting something online, it actually give me more peace and flexibility than all the other options. And then all I just had to do is just to confirm the legitimacy of what I'm diving into, to confirm if it is something, scalable, if it is something I can run with, if it is something I see myself doing for a long time, and it's not going to, I'm not going to get bored, and I'm not going to be discouraged, something that will come to me naturally. I will not be pushed to do. Those are the, the things that I look out for. And then while you were mentioning this, the understanding actually came to me that the rest, the calmness that I wanted did not come at that beginning, because as far as I made my, as far as I did my due diligence, I did not get all the information right from the beginning. I only got, like, let's say 20 to 30% of information. The clarity, like the big clarity that I have now, actually came after I started. Do you understand? And then the feeling of peace and calmness follow. You know, if I had said, oh, I want everything to be calm, I want everything to be peaceful before I start, I will still be there. I will still be where I was there. And the clarity that I have now about this business, I would not have it. But now I have more understanding. I have more boldness. I am building a future and legacy for myself on a steady, day by day. I'm here this morning. This is one of the things that I do to build my business. So the calmness is not a baseline, it's not the foundation, really. Get clarity as you go in the journey. Embrace first. Embrace the opportunity first. And then get clarity as you grow in the journey. And then the calmness will come naturally, without stress. The calmness will come because each day you wake up and you remember, wow, so this is what I'm building. Oh, wow. Hey, me, Adenike, Muromoke, this is what I'm doing. How wonderful is this? You know, the calmness will come to you naturally and you will have the strength to carry on, no matter the challenges, no matter the, what others are saying about you, no matter what they say about you, you carry on because you are very sure of the future now. The future is more clearer to you than before. So yeah, it should be part of what we want, but should not be the foundation. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Muromoke. Thank you, ladies. Yeah, so our viewers waiting to feel calm or waiting for a supposedly peaceful season of life before embarking on pursuing our dreams really is a myth, because that day may never come. So I want to just move on now and talk about one of the things that makes people say when life comes down. Usually the excuse is, right now I'm busy. That's the excuse, or that's the supposed reason. And we want to find out, okay, so when you say you're busy, what does it really mean? Muromoke, let me start with you. When people say, oh, I'm busy, what are they really saying? Or what's really going on in the headspace?
In the minds of people, right? So yeah, when people say they are busy, I think one of the things that comes to my mind is that they have a lot doing already, like their regular job, their family, responsibilities. Sometimes some people have a lot of commitments in terms of their religion or their belief. And yeah, basically, I think that's what people mean by being busy. But when I started this business, I actually had another understanding about being busy. Because before I started this business, during my break at work, I just warm my food, put my food in the microwave. While waiting for my food to get warm, I'll bring out my phone and I will start watching comedy skits. I'll watch reels, and then the food is ready. I'll bring the food out. While eating, I will still hold my phone and I will still be scrolling through till my 30 minutes will finish. That is what I'll be doing. But when I started this business, I was so determined to show up for my business. I was so determined to let people know what I do. I don't want to hide somewhere and be saying people will trust me. No, they need to see my face. They need to believe that I'm not a robot. So I have to be there and show up for myself, for my business, And out of that 30 minutes break, I was able to do live at least 5 to 10 minutes. I will still warm my food though. I will still warm my food. I will eat, and I will still hold my phone and still scroll through comedy skits. Nothing was left behind. I was still able to do everything that I do. I'm using that period of my break at work to show people that what we actually do from morning till evening sometimes is not really being busy. It's just us spending our day. It's now depend on us to fit in what matters to us inside that our day. No matter how tired and busy we were at work and with our employer, when we get home, even when we are cooking in the kitchen, we watch something on our phone, right? That is the period that some people show up for their business. You know, I have seen a lot of people doing life while in the kitchen, while in the bus, while in the coffee shop, anyway. So it's just being carrying on with our day. Now, if something is not important to us, so dear to our heart, we will still fix it inside that our busy schedule. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Miriam. Okay. I like the redefinition of, being busy. Thank you. Liz, so what's when people say, "Oh, I'm so busy," what are they saying, or what might be going on in their headspace?
Thank you so much, Modupe, for that question. Now, this one is very, very uncomfortable because sometimes when we say I'm too busy, what we really mean is, what if I fail? What if someone judge me? What if I look silly starting small? Avoidance can sound responsible. I used to hide behind my 9 to 5 as well, right? I'm focused. I'm focused on my career, but deep down, I knew I wanted more for myself. I just didn't want to risk trying. So how do I mask that? I'll say I'm busy. But immediately, I understand that this business is not going to pay my bills.
Yeah, put food
This
on the
business is going to call me out when I'm 68, 75, and I'm asked to come back to the office and work. That business is going to call me out. What did I decide to do? I decided to now define my business and put things into perspective and really understand what I'm spending my time on. So I began to work on my diary and eradicate anything that is taking my time, that is not yielding fruit, that is not building towards my retirement, because that is the one that we are talking about. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Liz. Thank you, Liz. All right, Lila. So I'm busy. What does that mean?
People, when they say I'm busy, it's like a badge of honor. It's like, before I started this business, I was like feeling very important to say I'm busy at work. Because, I was climbing the ladder in the corporate world, thinking being busy is very important. Honestly, people at work, you ask them, how are you? Oh, I'm busy. Because they think it's very important being busy at work, being busy counting other people's shares and dividend. And now I'm looking around myself at work. When I ask this, how are you? To my colleague, I'm busy. I'm like, yes, you're busy counting other people's invoices, other people's shares, distribution for the shares and dividend. They think it's really important. They feel that they are in high demand. They feel like they matter, but that is not the truth. Being busy in the corporate world is not the truth. You're not busy. You're not busy for yourself. You're busy for someone else. You're busy building someone else's dream. And that's before starting this business. This was my it was honestly, because it was me thinking, oh, I'm busy working in the corporate world because I'm working for this company on these specific projects. I'm contributing to something. But when I started this business, the more I worked on myself, I realized, no, life is not that. Life is about me. Life is about how busy I am looking after myself. Yes, work is important. You have to earn, but you need to do something that you earn in a smart way of living. And this business totally changed my mindset. That business is not all about this. It's not feeling. It's not filling your days with tasks, meetings, and responsibility of other people in your schedule. The real question is busy doing what? Building your own dreams or building other people's dreams? The most successful people, they are not the busiest. They are the more intentional people. You have to be intentional. Are you intentional at your job? I don't think so. No one is intentional at their job. They're just like a robot, meeting their own deadlines, just drowning in their workload, meeting their 9 to 5:30, 6, and they're not intentional. Oh, we are here. We are doing this business intentionally. We know what our purpose is. We know what we are here to help people to get out of this misery of 9 to 5, to find their mindset, to find their intention of what they want from their life. Make time for what they want for the future. And it's not about adding more to your plate. It's about creating a life where your time finally belongs to you. So be intentional. Being busy doesn't mean anything anymore. Thank you.
Thank you, Leela. Thank you. So our viewers.
Before we move on from there, I would like to add that sometimes when people say they are busy, they are actually scared of learning new things. They see it as, oh, this is a grant I've never worked on before. This is something I have never done before. I don't even know. The sound of it make me feel tired already. My schedule is already tight. So they will just summarize it to, I am busy.
Yeah. Thank you, Muramoke. Yeah, that's a good point. And viewers, nobody's bashing a 9 to 5 because it's a vehicle.
Yeah.
But it should be a vehicle, not a destination.
That's it.
Our 9 to 5 should be that vehicle that affords us, because of the income that we get through it, that affords us the opportunity to redirect that income into something that will be more sustainable on the day that 9 to 5 goes. Because whether we like it or not, one day it's either you'll be told, oh, we appreciate your service so far, but we have to let you go. God forbid. For others, yeah, you're going to be there for the entire period of when you want to be there, and you will leave when you desire to leave. But one day you must leave, either by choice or by, being told to leave. So what we're just saying is, in the middle of this 9 to 5, we never should be so busy that we cannot create time to start to build something on the side that we can fall back on the day the paycheck stops coming in. That's just the summary. And what we're saying is, you can never be too busy to prepare for your future. If you're too busy, then maybe the time is being given to something that's not really important. I read a book a long time ago, and there's a statement I read that has stayed with me, and it said, beware of the barrenness of a busy life. So our lives can be so busy, but it's not producing any fruit. So we need to do a reanalysis of what is it that I'm doing that's really keeping me so busy, from morning till evening. When we reassess it, we'll find out most of the time that there's a lot of dead space in that our business. There are a lot of things going on that are not important. They can wait till later. For instance, you're on the phone with a friend for an hour. How does that add to you? How does that build your future?
Waste of time.
Complete waste of time. So our viewers, we're going to leave it here for now. But hope, I'm certain that one or two things we have said will make you start to, reanalyze what it is that makes you say, I'm busy all the time. And figure out, is this business genuine? Because in truth, we make time. Sometimes people will say, oh, I don't have time. But we actually make time for the things that we consider as important to us. So viewers, look through your schedule and see where you can make time for your future.
Yes.
So we'll leave it at that for now. Thank you once again, Leela, Moromoke, and Elizabeth, for making this a very interesting discussion. Viewers, we'll see you next time. God bless you, and bye for now. And
bye.
yes, happy Valentine's Day to you all.
Happy Valentine's.
Happy Valentine's Day.